So, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, May 9th or 10th. They're all running together. It's the 10th, but I'm excited. We are a couple calls in. You guys have all made it actually halfway through our program. This is halfway now. So you guys, for those of you that are still here, we're so excited that you are here this morning with us. We're going to go ahead and get started. Does anybody have anything that they want to share that they're excited about from last week? Maybe some success with your bookings after our bookings training that you had in your business?
I know, Mom. You're going to put these on.
I got my first recruit yesterday.
Yay, Carrie! Congratulations! That's awesome.
I was excited.
That's exciting. Woohoo!
I got a new recruit, and she's on the call. Her name's Samantha. That's the fan up there. She got her kid in, so she's looking at it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So exciting. Christmas time at her house. That was super fast too.
Yeah, it was really fast.
They are shipping kits out super fast. Like within, I had to cancel one because she signed under the wrong person, but it's within 24 hours.
But I mean, even because FedEx has been slow, and that was super fast.
They're doing it real quick. They want to get everybody off to a strong start, really quick start. Does anybody else have any success that they want to share? Well, I'm excited. I'll share some success. I had a party this week that the host ended up signing. She had a $1,000 party. Somebody is signing. One of her friends went ahead and randomly signed up, and we were able to cancel her agreement, and now she's signing under her. So we're really excited that she's going to be starting a team with her first show. So that is something exciting. And we booked 4 parties from her party.
Yay!
So yay! So she'll be joining you all very soon. And that was yesterday, so that's why she's not here. Couldn't do it. Okay, so the opportunity event. Did anybody have anybody that joined the opportunity event that ended up signing?
I have one signing up today as soon as we can get our party to submit.
Awesome.
So, Cheyenne Wellspring.
Oh, okay. So I had planned on doing the opportunity event every Sunday, and then it just did not connect that this Sunday is Mother's Day. So I think I'm going to push that off until Monday night instead of Sunday this week, just for this week. But I kind of forgot about that. So just a heads up, and I'll make an announcement on that. But make sure, is everybody tracking their contacts? Yes? Yes, track your contacts. Track your contacts. Lots of tracking. Lots of tracking.
So I'm going to share something about that.
Yeah. Share. Go ahead, please.
So you guys, I've been checking in with you, and you're not checking in with us. So if you're just checking in with your director, that's fine. But check in with us too. But I'm a real person too, right? Shaughnessy and I aren't super people. We don't have any special powers. I had booked a party that I thought was starting next Wednesday, and I messaged my host, got everything set up, and she's like, we set my party to start the second week of June. So yesterday I went through my tracking list again because I thought I was booked and I wasn't, right? So I found a couple of blank spots and I followed up with them, and I have her party already replaced because I could look at that list and see really fast who said maybe, right? And who were just blanks that hadn't gotten back to me, and this one was a blank. So just my encouragement to you that those blanks, those follow-ups that we talked about last week, they're really important too.
Absolutely. Always send that message. I didn't mean to nag or bug you. I book parties from those a lot of times because things slip through the cracks on my end too. So always go back and check. That's why we say check. Okay, so you guys all are in here because you decided that you wanted to promote to a director. So has everybody set a target date for their director promotion that's in this group?
Stop. No.
No. Okay. So that is something you definitely want to do. You want to set a date. So some of you, it's June 1st is at the first of the month is technically the official promotion date, but of course, if you meet your requirements, you'll get it before then, if you do that. But that's the official promotion date. So June 1st, and just so you guys know too, because I know we had so many people sign up for national conference, which is sold out in 4 days, by the way. It's sold out in record time, 20,000 seats. They have never had that kind of sellout before, let alone that's like 4 times more than they normally have, because it's in Chicago. So that was super exciting. Super, super exciting. Because they were originally thinking 12,000 and we were telling them more people would sign and they went to 20 and it's sold out. So, so excited about that. But if you promote by June 1st, you will be recognized as a new director at National Conference this year in July. So if you guys didn't know that, now you know that. So if you promote by June 1st, you will be recognized. You'll get your red scraper. They'll do, they're gonna do some recognition, video recognition and different things for new directors. And then they also haven't announced that. What do you need? Okay, I'm on a call. Love you. Good morning. They have also announced that as just an extra bonus. So not only will you get the recognition this year, but next year when we are actually able to go and be at National Conference, you will be in a parade and get to walk the stage at National Conference. So if your promotion date is June 1st, then you're still included in that group. So just a heads up. And if it's not June 1st, that's totally fine, whatever your promotion date is. But I did want to let you guys know that if you do promote by June 1st, that is one of the benefits. So, and having a target date is just that, it's a target. So I kind of think about it when you're playing darts, you throw the darts and sometimes you hit the target, sometimes you get over here, sometimes you get over here, but you will make it. You keep trying, you will make it. And so not everybody hits their promotion date on their target date. It's just how it is, but it doesn't mean you quit trying. You keep going and you can hit it on the next date. I did not make my promotion date on the first time that I had set for myself to promote. So I am one of those people. But you want to think about what might be holding you back from achieving your goal. So if you have a target date of June 1st, what are some things that could possibly hold you back from getting that? So you put that goal in front of yourself, think about what are some things that could come up. And there's really only one thing that keeps people from success that they're looking for, and it is fear. Fear. I know that sounds silly, but can anybody relate to that? I can. I'm the first one with my hand raised. I was scared. Guys, I've been doing this for 9 years. Last year when I promoted to senior director, I was scared to death that I would not make it when I set that goal. It was a big goal at that time for me. Big goal. I went in saying, you need to go. I'm on a call. Love you. Love you. Okay, love you, baby. Okay, I'm on a call. This is my movie star. But I was scared. I went to Scottsdale on the trip, and I told Judy Joel, who's one of our top sales leaders in the company, and I told her I was going to promote to an executive or a senior at the end of the month. And let me tell you, this is what my structure looked like at that time. I only had one first gen director. That was Lindsay, and one second gen for Patty. I needed 2 more directors. And they were people who, Angie was one of them, and another director at the time. And they literally had started their business like that week. And I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to promote these 2. But I was scared to death. So you can do it. Just know that don't let that fear hold you back. That's our biggest thing. So does anybody know what the definition of fear is? It's an acronym definition. No. So
false something appearing real.
false evidence appearing real. Absolutely. False evidence appearing real. So most fear is self-created and very quickly can become self-limiting. Self-limiting. And a lot of us, we're often under the impression that things outside of us cause our fear, when in reality, it begins with our thoughts and our beliefs. Having belief in yourself. And you can change the narrative from fear when you recognize that that's what's holding you back and that it's all up in your mind. So another thing is taking action to cure your fear. So we're gonna do an activity. So I want you guys to get a little piece of paper and a pen and write down one thing that you fear as it relates to promoting to director. Statement. Everybody got it? Okay. Now you're going to take that statement and you're going to, or that fear, and change it. So you're going to reframe the narrative. For example, if your fear is not being able to recruit 5 team members, you're going to change it and say, when I ask enough people, I will easily recruit 5 team members.
So what if my fear is being pushy?
So that one would be something like something about helping them. When I believe that I'm helping them, nothing's gonna hold me back. Something in that one, because taking the me out of the ask. You want to put on them. Are you holding an opportunity back from them? It's their choice whether they decide. You just have to present the opportunity.
Okay.
So does any of the directors or anybody have a good statement that would? I'm not being pushy. I'm giving them the opportunity to enrich their life.
Or when I put my customers first, I can't be pushy. When I put their needs first, their wants first.
Thank you.
Shaughnessy, I'll share one, but I'm embarrassed to share it. But I think all of us feel this way. Senior, I'm moving to a different level, senior director, and I worry that I'll lose title. Not that I'll get it, not that I'll arrive there, but then that I'll lose the title and just be going back and forth, back and forth.
That's an honest fear. And how would you overcome that, Patty? How would be a statement to overcome that?
I would turn it. I have an affirmation that says I'm a senior director team that's green by 15 every month.
There you go.
I just say it like that. Oh, wait, on that one, I might have said by the end of the month. I can't even say 15, but by the end of the month.
How about when me and my team aren't working to minimums, we will be green every month.
Good one.
Kimberly said her Mike's not working. Got it. Fear of failure. Yes. Fear of failure. Okay. Okay, did everybody change their statement? Take their fear and turn into, I have things, guys, look, this is a Post-it note on my computer. Why not me? Why not now? Seriously. On my monitor right here, I have another one. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Like, this is not just you guys, this is us too. So belief is so important and so powerful. Okay, so now that you do that, does anybody else want to share before we go on? Oh, look at Crystal. She looks so pretty this morning. Got her apron on and everything.
Did you
She's at an
see
event.
Wendy's?
Thank you.
Did I see Wendy's? No.
She says, my fear is having answers to all the questions.
Oh.
I don't have answers to all the questions.
Oh.
I was texting yesterday or day before yesterday, no joke. I was texting Stacy. I was texting Kathy Cocazella. There were some questions that I had. So you don't have all the answers. Just know that. And you just say, I will get that answer for you.
Find out. I will find out.
Mm-hmm.
I get
some
questions
things can't be
every day that I don't know the answers to.
What was that?
I said, I get questions every day that I don't know the answers to.
None of us have ever been shot for that, y'all. Don't worry about that. We don't have to know that.
Okay. So what is, let's expand on that, creating positive narratives and positive self-talk about affirmations. So positive affirmations are statements or phrases that you repeat to yourself that describe a positive outcome, a specific positive outcome. So think about one thought that's been holding you back from creating or taking action and creating a positive affirmation about the success that you will have after promoting to director. Like, are you scared? Is it something like you're scared that you'll be able to keep it? Are you scared about what will happen after that happens? Like, you'll be thrust into something. What is that fear that's holding you back if you make director? Like when you make director?
Did we lose Shaughnessy?
Uh-oh. Is she really not there?
Yeah.
Odyssey.
We'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Well, I got it. So you're gonna do the same thing, right? With those fears, you're gonna reframe it. Does anybody want to share?
I'll share mine.
Yay!
I said, what if I'm too busy to keep up? Because I know how busy I keep Crystal. And so I'm like, what if I'm too busy to be able to do that? So then I reframed it and put, I have help. I am not in this alone.
Very good. Very good. Patty, you want to add anything?
Well, I wondered how she peeked at my paper because I wrote that exact thing, that I won't be able to keep up with everything. And I don't have 4 children and all of the thing. I'm not a teacher and all that. But I meant keeping up with all of my team. I like the close connection that I have with the people, and you know, man, if we get bigger, then can I really keep my arms around all of that? And I just said, with the proper, with the great training and support that I get from PC and my upline, I will be able to keep up,
Oh,
kind of.
very good. I don't know about your upline. She's kind of flaky, but
Well, not my upline, but you keep
I
going.
know the
Yeah.
higher people, right? Okay.
The higher people. It's those people at the top.
Anybody else? I think that was an excellent thing. Training, systems, and we're all in it together, right? I love that, Amanda.
I think Carrie had one.
To help others reach their goals.
Say it one more time.
Being able to help others reach their goals in this company.
You're afraid you won't do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't hear it. So did you reframe it, Carrie?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Anybody else want to stab at it? I think Patty has an answer, but oh, you so do. I saw your face.
For Carrie?
Shaughnessy's back.
Oh, hey, Shaughnessy.
It kicked me out. Sorry.
We just kept going.
I just kept going without you. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I was hoping so.
Carrie just shared that her fear is after she promotes, she won't be able to help others reach their goals. Is that right, Carrie?
Yes.
So that would be a good one to turn into something. When I promote to director, my leadership, it will allow me to grow my leadership to be able to have a positive influence and help even more people. Kimberly said, okay. Kimberly said that first too. So my positive affirmation is I am a strong, I am an executive leader who leads a strong organization who are enriching the lives of others daily. Does everybody have their affirmations?
No, we didn't say what affirmations were yet.
Okay. It's not first. Okay. So affirmation. So taking that fear and switching it. So if your fear is like promoting June 1st, then you could say something like, it's June 1st, and I am the proud director. I am the proud director of a strong and growing team that I am leading. So you're painting a picture that you can see so clearly in your head. Remember, your brain isn't as smart as it thinks it is. It will believe what you train it to believe. Okay, does anybody have theirs that they want to share?
I'll share. I put, it is May 30th, and I'm a successful director of a growing team.
Yay! I love that, Wendy. That's awesome. Anybody else?
I'll share mine. Of course. It is June 1st, and I am a director and leading by example. My team is helping me shine.
Love that.
And in case y'all don't know, she's really, really close too. She's got almost the sales herself, and she has 3 people already. And so you're really close, Amanda. Really close.
Good job,
In the
Amanda.
15th of the month.
Got a whole week to the 15th of the month.
I know. I think your promotion date, you should target May 15th. You can get there.
Maybe.
Anybody else before we move on?
Oh, let's hear them, y'all. It helps to hear others.
Hi, Samantha.
Oh, hi, Samantha. Enjoy your day. So these statements, guys, these are things that you want to keep written out and post them somewhere that you see them daily, where it's on the fridge. Look at Patty has hers right there. Put them on the fridge.
In a protective sheet.
I have taken dry erase marker and written them on the mirror in my bathroom. So when I get up in the morning and I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face and all that good stuff, I see it. I am leading an executive team, and it trains my brain. I have my phone ID, like Siri, it says, hi, Shaughnessy, whatever. It says, hello, executive director, because I am training my brain to believe that I am an executive director and we are leading an executive team. Like, no joke. My kids think I'm an executive director. They were asking me the other day, they're like, Mom, what are you working towards? I said executive. But the computer and Siri already say you are executive. I'm like, I know, right? We're working on that. Training your brain to believe. You hear it enough times, it's going to sink in, right? Just like our lives with everything. You hear something enough times, it sinks in.
I want to share a little story. One of the ladies that used to be my consultant years and years and years and years ago, she came to me, it's been a couple months ago now. She had called me and asked, because now I'm her Pampered Chef person. It's kind of funny. But she came to me and said she was doing a fundraiser, or they were doing a raffle or something for the Humane Society, wanted to know if I would donate something. So she swung by the house to pick it up. And she said, hey, I was cleaning some stuff out and I found some things, and I thought, I'm going to take that to Wendy. And one of the things was a coffee mug that said Pampered Chef Director on it.
Love it.
Oh.
I love it. So that could be something you're drinking your coffee out of every morning.
Yeah.
And just reminding yourself, I am a director. I love that. I am a director. I lead by example, and my team helps me shine. I love that, Amanda. You need to post that by your computer or wherever you're at the most. Like, tape it up there. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move on and talk a little bit more about booking at parties. But please make sure if you did not share your affirmation, or maybe you are needing a little more help in your affirmation, finding out what to make it exactly or how to do it. please, on your coaching call this week, talk to your director, and they will help you get that positive affirmation out, because I can't tell you how important these are. Literally, I feel like the belief is 90% of the battle. 90%. Once you believe, there's nothing stopping you. So, Miss Lindsay, you want to talk to us about some more bookings? Because we could always use more bookings.
Absolutely. So as Shaughnessy said, we're talking about bookings from your parties today. So your circle is only so big, right? So when you book from your parties, your circle is exponentially bigger. The only limit is, the US, basically. So, and I'm in Germany. So more than 80% of parties are booked with people you meet at parties. Parties are the most efficient place to book. If you love, knocking door to door, go for it. But booking from your parties is way more efficient. Your goal is to get at least 3 bookings from every party. 3, right? Host coaching. Right, Amanda? You're waiting for that. Host coaching is one of the most important elements of successfully securing bookings from your parties. By creating a partnership with your host, you'll find success with your sales, your booking, and your recruiting. So how else are you getting bookings from your parties? I know some of you have found creative things already, so take some time to share that.
I have one.
Okay.
My most successful is towards the end of the party. I've been sharing, this is literally a list of everything my host is getting because of what you got her with her party. So we literally put it in text form. I make a graphic of she's getting the quick cooker and like this huge long list of things because of what you got, and she's getting all this for free or discounted, whatever the details are. And I've had so many people message me like, can I really do that? Like, just without even messaging them first. And it's kind of been just posting a picture and people have been like, whoa, that's crazy. So just see.
So you're creating a picture of all the products or just text?
The product, like a picture of the products that she's getting just for hosting the party because of what they purchased through her party. And people have been very, like, maybe just seeing it with their own eyes is kind of different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, so you're creating a graphic with all of the products, like a little collage or something.
Yeah, so I'm doing like on Canva. It's basically I've been saying like, what do you have to lose at the top? This is what your host earned, and then listing everything they have in their cart, basically, or in their wish list. And like I'll say like quick cooker, 60% off, and then everything they're getting for free, and then everything they're getting for half off. And then, a future 50% off at your party, and then 10% off with me for a whole year, just all those little details. And then I've had a lot of good feedback from that. And maybe it's just seeing it all in one chunk of graphic, not just text, but like a picture where they can digest it. I think a lot of people are visual that way. I don't know.
That's a great idea. I love that. In the past, I've had people post a picture of their products once they arrive, like all their boxes or stuff too. But not all my hosts will do that. So that's a great idea. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I know you guys are already looking around, finding stuff. Amanda.
There's some graphics. There's some graphics out there that I've been using that I've been getting some responses from that just, it shows like this stair step of, it has like 200, 300, 400, and it has some kind of picture showing where they're at, where the party's at. And once it gets to whatever it's on, and there's text on the picture that says, at this level, the host will get $20 free, one half price, and whatever the host special is for the month. And then as it goes along, it grows and tells you what all they're getting. That's helped a lot for me. I like her idea though of doing it at the end, showing exactly what they're getting. That's cool.
In other companies or other things I've done, that's called host stacking. And you would put what they would get at a party or what they could choose, and the host is sitting there and there's all of these things, and everybody just feels like an idiot if they don't book, because and that's very visual and it's very profitable. And I honestly, no one will be surprised, I had never thought about doing that in a virtual party, but I'm sure if you do it, you'll have great success with that.
Kimberly said on the chat, she said she's gotten many bookings because she seems to be a night owl. She said you'd be surprised who is up, and maybe she's using sleepiness to her advantage, but they seem to be more agreeable at night. Yeah, because she's up and I'm going to bed at midnight, and I'm here in California. And she's in
He
Virginia.
never sleeps. He never sleeps. Kimberly never sleeps.
I noticed that.
But that means
So-
you're actually you're messaging people then, right, Kimberly?
Yes, that's what she said. She's messaging people.
So one of the things that's kind of happening here right now is we live in a little town, a small town. And so now like everybody on actual regular Facebook is saying if I had $1 for every Pampered Chef party I've been invited to in the last like 2 weeks. And so I had to go, sorry guys, but we were being funny. And my last party, the one that I just submitted, was over $2,000. And she said, yeah, but y'all, seriously, I did it. And I just got $650 something worth of free stuff. So it's so worth it even still. And so it was funny because she did it for me. And I was like, I just said, I plead the fifth. I'm sorry, but have fun. We're having fun anyway.
Did you guys see the text thing that I put in the director group about the words yesterday I posted when you text your guests with follow-ups? That's another great way that's been working to book parties. So feel free to use those words, change them to fit your voice. But texting, I have found people will get back to me faster on a text message than they do in Messenger sometimes. So I always try, if I have, as long as they order, because that's when I get their phone number, I always try to go through text. Kimberly said, when they're on Facebook Messenger, I'm going through my past guests and picking people from out of state and far away to focus on. That's a great tip, Kimberly. And I get that a lot too about so many parties.
Yeah, I was actually going to add to that. Shaughnessy, I know you did it. Was it last year? I'm trying to get a host from all 50 states.
I can dig and see if I can find that. Yeah, a host in all 50 states. And then somebody would be like, oh, I'm in California. Oh, I had so many West Virginia ladies from Wendy and Angie. I think I'm still in West Virginia and Ohio. That was last January. So it branches out.
I have a
All
quick
right.
question for you guys, if I can butt in real quick. So I set up my Facebook business profile page that I've been running my parties through, connecting all my groups to, but you can't message people from it. It's very annoying. Like you can't like direct message someone through your parties even. You have to do it through your personal profile. Do you guys always just use your personal profile for everything? I feel like it's not very professional, but I mean,
I personally do. I know Shaughnessy doesn't.
Okay. Because you like even in your group, like, so, okay, so I create a private group, which is with everything I read, everybody says that you want to create a private group that's visible that you can join for parties. And I do it with my Pampered Chef profile, but you can't direct message anybody in the group with your business profile. I can only do it with my personal profile.
It's
Messenger.
letting you, so that must be new to me. So when you flip over to your personal profile in your party, created on your page in a group, it's allowing you to send a message even if you're not a friend of yours?
Well, yeah, it goes to their message requests. You know, you have,
Oh, yes. Okay, message request. Yes. So I do that sometimes with the
okay,
message request. And I will tag them and I'll say,
let them know. Yeah.
BQ, I sent you a fun message. Check your message request folder.
Right. I just hate that it can't come from your Pampered Chef page.
It used to until about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago at this point. Whenever they did it, you could literally say, send them a message. It was like, comment, and send a message. And you can send a message directly. But Facebook Messenger is doing a bunch of updates. And I have heard from some other directors that the new Facebook, apparently there's like a new Facebook update. If you have that, it brings that option back. Some people said they've gone through Google Chrome and been able to get the option to get the new Facebook Messenger. I have not had that success, but I've heard that.
I'm kind of like OCD. I like to keep everything like in its place, and like having my personal stuff mixed in with this is kind of stressing me out. So, but anyways, it doesn't matter, but just a weird oddity, I guess. But, yeah. Anyway,
I think that's what Shaughnessy was saying about texting using your actual phone number was going to take that out for anybody who's ordered.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna speed up because we're going long on time. But I'm gonna say a couple of things. Power tools. If you know what the host specials are, raise your hand if you know what the host special is for May right now. So every time you post about cookware, you drop the line, you can get this for 60% off right now, right? Every single time you post about cookware. Then we've basically talked about personally inviting during checkout or at some point during the party. You guys have covered a few of these. A drawing slip for virtual parties. You can create a Google Doc form, and have them fill that out kind of in the middle. If you don't want to mess with that, we kind of talked about that picture that shows, actually we might not have talked about that. I thought Amanda was going to share the levels of Pampered Chef. I'm level 1. I love Pampered Chef. I might need to start a business, those levels. If you haven't seen that, I'm sure there's about 400 of them floating around, so we can share a couple of those in the group.
I posted one in the Shooting Stars organization. I made a graphic and posted it
Perfect.
a couple days ago. So there's one in there.
I knew I'd seen a new one recently. It was flowers, right?
Where was it?
It's the level thing. Angie introduced me to it last year. It's in the organization, Enriching Lives.
Okay.
Shooting Stars one.
When you can have in-person parties again, if you're doing them, make sure you let your guests know in your virtual parties that you can do both. There's a lot of things, but we're going to go back to your host is your most important resource. And there is nothing wrong with bribing your host. We call it a challenge to get your host to do the work for you, because your host knows her guests better than you do. She knows how to get them to book. She knows how to talk to them. There are specific words, and we're just gonna, when Shaughnessy figures it out, are you cool with just posting that in the Director Bound group as a file?
Yes, I thought I did before, the host challenge, or the one that I was talking about today. Yeah, it has that in it.
Because I can't open
outlines
it either.
for host coaching, and it's in the bottom. And I actually have words. I took out the regular host challenge and I put in ones that I got from National Exec Steve, but it has about the COVID challenge. So it makes it like, hey, I know everything's a little crazy right now, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'll post that. I'll get it figured out today, this morning.
But whatever you are comfortable bribing your host with, using the word challenge will be enough for some of your hosts. They will go, oh, I like a challenge. I'm competitive. I will get this, right? Some of them, it's finding the right button to push, the right $5 or $10 item that they need, or a $20 item when you're using their rewards is not as much as $20. So bribe your host and call it a challenge. Use your host. 3 parties per party. So you're expanding your circle. Go ahead, Shaughnessy, I saw.
So just so, because I know we have some super brand new people on here, just so you know, when you add a gift or something to the host part, it automatically takes off whatever discount they've earned. So if they've earned 20%, 25, or 30%. So whatever gift that you ever give them, whether it's just a season fest or you give them a brownie pan for a challenge, then you're going to get at least 20% off of that or whatever discount that they've earned. So just so you know that.
You can also use a half price item if she doesn't use all of her half price items.
Right. Thanks, Patty.
All right. If you're all right, I think we'll pass it over.
Okay.
Because I know Angie's gonna leave.
So where did you leave off at?
But for Angie to start the recruiting.
Okay, yeah. Angie, where are you at? There you go.
I'm going to do the speed version because I have to leave to take the dog to the groomer, and she would die if we missed her appointment. She's 2 months past due. So, we're talking about recruiting at parties. And you probably heard us talk about every 4, add 1 more. And when you focus on that, you'll recruit 1 person from every 4 parties you hold. To do that, you will need to identify 3 to 5 recruiting leads from every party. Who's the first recruiting lead from every party?
Host.
The host, absolutely. So besides the host, you would still need to identify some more. And how do you do that? For in-person parties, which I know nobody has right now, you look for the first guests to arrive or guests who offer to help at in-person parties. But since we're all doing online parties right now, we will talk about that. Guests who participate, like with GIFs or emojis or fun comments that are commenting on every post, those are definitely ones that you want to look at for that, for being a consultant. But everyone is a potential consultant, so ask everyone. Let's see here. There are 3 steps to recruiting in parties. Inform. This is where you inform the guests about the benefits of the business. This can be through an Ask Me Anything post, guessing games, telling your story, or using video testimonials. There are so many video testimonials or videos on marketing imagery that are perfect for that. Share your story at virtual parties and in-person parties. You can create a post, go live, or share a pre-recorded video. Keep it short and sweet and create desire for the opportunity. You can use recruiting posts for marketing imagery to create interest and inform during virtual parties. I like to use the Ask Me Anything in virtual parties. I like to post the Ask Me Any question, and any person that posts a question for that 25 points that I give them, because they do anything for tickets. They're fair game, and I will, message them. Invite, and the next step is to invite. This is when you invite guests to learn more. This can be through a post and then a follow-up post and then a follow-up message to personally invite a guest to learn more. Here are some examples of how to invite. You play a game that opens communication for you and say, message me with your answer. That way, if they start that message, that opens up the communication. And when you message someone first, they don't always see, but if they message you, that gets it started. Look and listen for signs that a guest may be interested in the business. When you see these green flag messages, the guest can start a conversation. I don't know what that says. I wrote it all script out. How do you know who the party rock stars are? They engage with fun comments, they interact and add value, they ask questions about the business. The next step is to, also ask every person and every party about the opportunity. Ask short, specific, open-ended questions that require more than a yes or no answer. Instead of, have you ever thought about being a consultant, which can sometimes get an instant no, ask, if you had extra money each month, how would that benefit you? Because it's very easy if you just say, have you ever thought about it? You know, no, I really haven't. But if you ask, what would you do with $500 extra or $2,000 extra each month? And not everyone you will invite will say yes. So intentional follow-up is very important when someone shows interest. And if, like Wendy said, she's afraid she won't know all the answers. You can set up a three-way message with your director, and they can help you answer those questions and handle the objections. So that's all I have right now. If your lead isn't ready to commit, invite them to the next opportunity event, which Shaughnessy said she's going to do one on Monday. So that's that. Shaughnessy, it's all yours.
She dropped off again. So,
Lindsay, it's all yours.
Like, I'm not ready for this part, but I gotcha. All right, let's see.
And I'm going to sign off so I can go to the bathroom before I get the door.
Drive safe. Don't drive too fast. Bye, Angie. Thanks. Okay. So this week, you're going to have another call with your director again, right? Make sure that you're ready to talk about your parties, your bookings, and your recruiting leads. We're going to ask you that every time, so you might as well be ready to talk about it, right? Make sure you have your tracking paper when you talk to your director as well. So if you happen to need to, you know, go outside because you're trying not to disturb your family or something, just make sure you have everything with you. Sorry. Okay, there are definitely more things in Dash that you can look at related to both of the topics that we talked about today, talking about bookings from your parties and talking about recruiting directly from your parties. Be sure to put that on your calendar this week to check out those particular modules in Dash. Sometimes you have to look at what is available to you, to minimize some things so you can see other things. If you don't know how to do that, I know I can screenshot you through that. But if you haven't done what you need to leading up to it, you're going to have to do a few more things. So make time for your Dash training this week, right? It's very important, Patty, right? What would you say about training?
Training is essential because it gives you confidence. It makes you look more professional when you actually, we're talking about that you don't have to know everything, but you do need to know some things. And so it makes you look professional, and it gives you, it just makes you confident. But Dash is amazing. It's the best tool I've ever seen for training at your own self-paced. Awesome.
It is. It is. Yes, Carrie?
I was going to say, I was doing Dash training the other night, and I was going over like the pans, all of our cookware. And so when I was doing that, I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I did a post the other day for our 60% off, and I used some of the things that I learned from that Dash training to put into my post so that people knew the same inputs that we do. I mean, knew the same not inputs, but the same information about how great our cookware is. And so I just thought that that really did help when you're doing your post.
Yeah,
So,
it's absolutely
that's all.
invaluable when you go through all of those. Don't feel like you have to do every single product training right away, but the cookware is an amazing one to do right now while we're in cookware month. I saw Kimberly said something. Hold on. Kimberly said she has friend signed. Oh, that is great. And your Christmas director box. Yay. All right. So the next thing, and it's me talking to you again about it. Shaughnessy was going to beat it into you too, but 10 to 30 contacts per day until you are booked solid. All right. If you are booked, if you have 4 shows next week, 4 shows the week after that, and you slow down to 10 contacts a day, as long as you're still talking to people in your parties, that's okay. If you don't have 4 shows booked for next week and the week after that, you are still on 30 contacts a day. Crystal can tell you again, that only took her like an extra 10 minutes once she made the decision to do that, right, Crystal?
She's at an event.
Oh, okay. One of your homework assignments for this week that I wish she could tell you about, but I'm going to tell you about it, is to write your Pampered Chef story and record a video. And it says to send it to her, but send it to her and your director so that they know what you're writing about. Your story is one of the first things. Raise your hand if you've seen that in Dash already. Okay, so if you haven't, what is it, like 5 or 6 things in, Carrie, you think? It's not that far in. So it tells you the steps to go through to write your story. Go ahead.
I'm
Oh, I thought you were
sorry.
going to say something, Carrie.
No, I'm sorry. I just was.
That's okay. And then you're going to make a video and send it to your director and to Shaughnessy, both. So that's a homework assignment. And then make a list of everything you learned in this session, and then pick a few things that you're going to take action on right away. All right. So a few ideas. Don't cheat though. Make them your own. 2 or more bookings, 2 or more new ideas for booking parties at parties, how you'll inform people at your parties about the business opportunity, how you'll identify and respond party rock stars. Keep adding names to your, oh, this is a new one, sorry. So keep a new tracking list for your list of contacts for hot list of recruiting, so that later you have a follow-up list to use with them. Write every detail that you need to write on that to remember what they said about not now, so that when you talk to them later, you recognize that. And share on our group page, the Director Bound group page, share your biggest takeaway from the session, share an affirmation. In fact, I'll make a post for you to share your affirmations under, okay? So I'll make one post that says your affirmations here, and choose a favorite training from Dash to suggest to the rest of Director Bound to take. So once you've taken it, share it with everybody else. Is there any questions on that? That's a lot of homework, but some of them are only going to take a couple minutes, right? It may take you longer to write it out than it takes you to actually do it. Any questions? All right, so I was a little bit stern with you guys about the tracking and the making contacts because it's like the most important part of your business. And I'm not going to be the one to let you down on that, right? It's super important. You know you need to do it, but you also need to pat yourself on the back for the things that you do, okay? The things you have been doing. So make sure that you are congratulating yourself. Tell others about it because it's way more exciting when you share it with others. And be proud of this journey that you're on because you guys are doing amazing things. The fact that you showed up here today means you have already done something for yourself, right? Be proud of every step along the way. It'll be so much more fun if you do. All right, Patty, I think everybody else is gone. Do you have anything else to say?
Just that I'm just blown away by how much y'all are doing. And I don't mean sales, but the sales are good. Don't stop doing that. But I'm just blown away with your bookings and the fact that almost every single new person that has come in the last 30 days, almost everybody has brought at least one person in. And that's just phenomenal. And I'm just really blown away at the success that y'all have had already. It encourages other people on the teams. It encourages us as leaders. And I'm just really proud of y'all.
Absolutely. So raise your hand if you're proud of yourself. Better be everybody.
Raise your
Patty,
hand.
you too. All right, well, we almost finished on time. So thank you for hanging in with us these extra 5 minutes. And clearly my dog thinks it's time to go. We will see you guys back here next week, same time, same place. You've got your homework and you're gonna talk to your director. If you don't already have a time, you be in charge of messaging them to find out a time. All right?
Right.
Bye,
You guys have a
y'all.
good week.
Bye.
Everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Know if I can do anything with the recording. I don't want to mess it up.
Bye.
Bye, Edna. Bye,
Bye.
Lauren.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you were here. I'm making sure I won't mess anything up by leaving.